Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Nick Foles and the Jacksonville Jaguars as they take on Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league and halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's a day for celebration in the East Bay. It is, for all intents and purposes, the final chapter of what has been a great era of football here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There's Nick Foles ready to bring out this Jacksonville offense. Nick was the MVP of Super Bowl 52, of course. Signed the big money deal to take over as a starting quarterback following the 5-year run of Blake Bortles, who wound up in L.A. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Leonard Fournette. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Foles. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So here are the Raiders under head coach John Gruden in his second go-round. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calais Campbell on the stop. A look now at the Oakland offense.
And there's offensive tackle Trent Brown, signed away from New England in the offseason on a 4-year, $66 million deal to protect his new quarterback in Oakland, Derek Carr. No stranger to the Bay Area. First 3 years in the league, where with San Francisco as a 49er, he can play left or right tackle.
This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Well, look now at our starting defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Hey, let's go! Interception all day, baby! Wait! Pick it up! Pick it up!
Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. A look there at how the Raiders will start defensively. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Foles. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. After the penalty, it's Fournette. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Too big for you.
Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
That's how we do it.
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home.
He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Running is Jacobs. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Watch the eye. Shift.
On 2nd down, Richard, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year, and the Raiders have taken the lead.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, to power his way forward.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A pass complete here to Conley. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. They'll drop the throw. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one in SoCal. The Vikings and the Chargers from Dignity Health Sports Park. Coverage at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific on EA Sports. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. 4 yards on the dump-off at 2nd down.
Get nowhere. Go, go, go. Check 59. Mike is 59.
A 2nd down carry for Urban. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll look to throw here. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw again on 2nd down. Foles.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Keelan Cole, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Tyrell Williams heading back out on the field now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times it's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. On second down, Richard. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Shotgun handoff to Irvin. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Maurice Hurst in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Carr. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. 3rd down here. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. It's complete to Grant. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. And this one is right down the middle. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. Eli Manning, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. 17-12 was the final. In the game you're watching, it's the former Super Bowl MVP, Nick Foles, with a strong first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 2nd and 9, Foles. He's got the hookup with Conley. The reception good for 7. It's third down. On 3rd and short, Irvin. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on third down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter. gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Irvin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes...
And he loses the football a second time. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go. What you got, Abby? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Armstead. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Back to throw now on first down. The throw taken in by Cole. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Irvin on the carry. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Foles. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of the guy I played with way back.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Lambo on for the extra point. And that one gives him a 3-point lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 29, Carr. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
White Monday down. Mike Popo. And let's get this, get this. Check, 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 check.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. They go play action here on first down. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the draw, Carr leads to Washington. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 12, Carr with a pass complete to Ryan Grant. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He hit us first. Now this from 43. Carlson able to put this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Irvin. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st again, they go with Irvin. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 12, Foles. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Foles. And it's caught. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a toss to Armstead, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Irvin, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on what could be a pivotal 3rd and goal now in a tie ball game. right back to Irvin. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyler Irvin, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock. Long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
So Carr and the Raiders now down 27-20, just under 2 minutes to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there, 26 yards. Carr now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Carr. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Brian Grant, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Carr to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Able to find Warner. That's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in with Washington. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Express. Come on. Express. Pump, 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 pump. Pump, pump. 93. Check 91. 5.
They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Carr keeps it on the sneak, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr with 8 seconds remaining as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost at fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd, carry it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw of overtime for Carr. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Well, a little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. They go with Irvin to start the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Foles. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Maurice Hurst, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Here's Foles. Completes it to Lee. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
65.
Shotgun now for Carr. Washington's got it. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Carr. It's complete to Grant. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw his Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. On 1st, here's Washington. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. Now the timeout comes here. And the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. Now the timeout comes here. And the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. He's able to split the uprights. And it's pandemonium in the black hole as the silver and black have won it. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it, so definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Oakland, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.